Now let's get a check around the area. Here's a live look at Raleigh, where you can see the roads here in downtown, right outside the studio on Fayetteville Street, are wet, and we're not seeing the snow accumulations in some areas, but we are seeing a little bit of the wet precipitation.
So let's see what the situation is like in southern Wake County. Anna Rivera reports now from Fuquay-Varina. Good morning to you, Anna.
Good morning, John. You notice the hood is up for this live shot, and that's because we are getting some freezing rain now. This is definitely a lot wetter than what we saw earlier this morning, but I do have to show you this. Take a look at this ice accumulation now. We've got icicles on the back of the car. This is all frozen. We're going to walk you around the side of the car. You can see all the ice that has accumulated on the car, and then look at this. You can't even see through my side mirror on my news vehicle because there's so much ice accumulated on here, and I can't even get through that with my fingernails. So it is definitely deteriorating conditions right now. We're trying to stay off this part of the sidewalk because right here, that's all ice. That is really slippery. And right now it's a little wet in the parking lot, but again, there are those slick spots throughout the area. The roads are probably very similar. You never know when you're going to hit one of those icy patches, so we are urging you to stay home if you can, because guess what? It's freezing out here too. So we've seen sleet, we've seen a little bit of snow, but mostly we've seen this freezing rain, and it is starting to get icy. So again, if you are leaving the house today, make sure you have the emergency kit in the car ready to go. Some extra snacks, some water, a blanket, just things to keep you warm, just in case you do get stuck somewhere and you need to wait for an emergency crew. But of course, if you can, stay home, because it is cold and it's nasty, and it's one of those days that you just want to sit at home and cuddle up with a good book or watch a good movie or just binge watch something on Netflix. Back to you guys.
You mean ABC 11, Anna?
Absolutely.
All right.
Hulu. All right, now let's...
Okay, thank you.
All right, now let's go to Anthony Wilson, north of the Triangle, live in Person County. Anthony, good morning.
Good morning, Barbara. Now we have something to show you. This is what we expected to see here in Roxborough. First of all, take a look down 501. As you can see, there are tracks from some of the traffic, but you also see that snow is definitely sticking. In fact, we were looking just before we came on the air out toward the traffic, and we had an interesting situation. Someone in a car who may not be used to driving up here was driving kind of timidly, and another person coming along in a pickup truck was kind of impatient, ran up behind him, didn't hit him, hit the horn though, which must have been jarring for that person in the car. So that's just another reminder that this is no joke. You have to be really careful driving. And let's go around this way, Jim, give you an idea what's happening at the other end of 501. Pardon my back. We were telling you earlier about the line at Biscuitville. There it is. They are lining up getting those biscuits. And in fact, during the break, when we didn't have to come on television, we did take a little trip down to Bojangles, and that's where we saw some of the guys who are working out here trying to make sure everybody stays safe. They're in good spirits, but again, as the governor said yesterday, and we remind you now, if you don't have to be out here, don't come out here. They're going to be working, and you don't want to be in a position of that person I told you about who was not used to the conditions, or this person right here, who's driving probably a little too fast for conditions. Get out of the way of the workers. We don't want to talk about you on television. Stay at home. Enjoy these beautiful pictures, which we will continue to bring you from Person County. This is what people like. We don't want to talk about wrecks. Please stay home. Enjoy a hot beverage. Pull your feet up underneath the blanket. Let us tell you what's happening out here, John and Barbara.
Our State Highway Patrol advises staying off the roads in most parts of the state on Sunday and Monday if you can. This will protect you and your family and help the road and utility crews do their work.
Governor Cooper urging people across the state to stay at home and off the roads. He's also declared a state of emergency, which relaxes some transportation rules in order to respond to the storm. All right, let's go to Durham County now.
Tamara Scott has been reporting live from downtown Durham as the snow begins to accumulate. Give us an update, Tamara.
Good morning. Yes, so the snow has started to accumulate. As you saw last time you were here, take a look here behind me. You can definitely see it's sticking on the ground, on the sidewalk, on the grass here in this area in downtown Durham. Now, here's the latest update here. We do know that the snow is falling. It has let up just a little bit, but there is something different. Now, earlier, Anna had mentioned hearing the snow hit the ground, and then Kim was telling us that might be an indicator for some of that freezing rain or sleet that we're hearing. So we have started to hear it hit the ground, hit the windshields. So we may be in that transitional period here, but there is still a lot of snow, still snowflakes coming down. So we're keeping an eye on that. But as you can see, there are lines on the road. People are out here driving. That is not recommended, especially if it's going to start turning into that freezing rain. It's going to get very slippery out here. So if you don't have to be out here, stay at home, drink a nice hot cup of cocoa for me while I'm out here in the snow, making sure that you're staying home. I'll send it back to you.
All right. Thank you so much, Tamara.